You're not tired, you're just undisciplined. You've been lying to yourself for months, maybe years, and no one had the guts to tell you this. Until now, you're not exhausted, you're lazy, you're not burned out, you're just full of excuses, pretending to be busy. Let me be clear, this isn't comfort talk. This isn't a safe space. This is a wake-up call. Because someone had to slap you with the truth you keep dodging. You say you're tired, but the data says different. The average adult spends over 6 hours a day on screens, 2 to 3 hours just on social media. That's nearly a full-time job of distraction. You're not tired, you're dopamine depleted, you're not drained from effort, you're drained from scrolling, from comparison, from watching other people live, while your life stays paused. Do you know what happens to your brain after constant scrolling? It gets soft, dull, your focus, gone, your ambition, muted, your sense of urgency, killed by algorithms. You're not tired, you're addicted to comfort. The bed's too warm, the couch is too convenient, the snacks are too close. You don't want change, you want relief. You want a better life, but without discomfort? That's not ambition. That's delusion. Comfort has become your god, and it's silently killing your fire. David Goggins said, "You are in danger of living a life so comfortable and soft that you will die without ever realizing your true potential." Read that again. Your potential is rotting in your comfort zone. You're not burned out. Stop misusing that word. True burnout comes from excessive output without recovery. Most of you aren't doing enough to deserve burnout. You're just overstimulated and under-focused. You binge content, then wonder why you feel empty. You overconsume, but underperform. This isn't burnout. This is behavioral rot. 1 in 3 adults barely sleep 6 hours per night. Why? Not because of work, because of screens. Because you're lying in bed at 2 a.m., scrolling TikTok, hoping the next video fixes your mood. And you call that self-care? That's self-sabotage. Did you know it takes 23 minutes to regain focus after a single distraction? 23 minutes. Every time you check your phone, your productivity dies a little. Multiply that by 20 scrolls a day, you're not just wasting time. You're training your brain to fail. You can't focus because you never practice focus. You've trained yourself to seek comfort every time something feels hard. No grit, no grind, just escape. You don't feel stuck because life is hard. You feel stuck because you stopped moving. You stopped deciding. You stopped showing up for your own damn life. Stop saying, "I don't know what to do," when deep down you know exactly what you're avoiding. You know the work. You just don't want the weight that comes with it. You're not a victim of burnout. You're a victim of your own softness. And the world doesn't care about that. No one is coming. No one is going to wake you up, drag you out of bed, delete your apps, fix your habits, heal your mindset. This is your fight. And every time you choose comfort over discipline, you lose. You think motivation will save you? Motivation is a mood. Discipline is a muscle. Harvard researchers proved. Discipline is 4 times more effective than motivation when it comes to reaching long-term goals. But here you are, waiting to feel like it before you move. Feel like it? Tim Grover, coach of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, said, "Motivation is for amateurs. The pros show up no matter what. That's why you lose, because you treat your life like a hobby. The pros, they don't wait. They execute every damn day. If you're still watching, good. That means there's a part of you that still wants to fight, a part that's sick of excuses, of fake positivity, of your own whining. Lean into that part, feed it, train it, because your life is waiting on the other side of your discipline. You're not tired, you're undisciplined. Fix that, and everything else follows. Let me say something that might hurt. You are not special. You are not some misunderstood genius stuck in a cruel world. You're just lazy, with Wi-Fi. You scroll quotes about protecting your peace while avoiding any situation that requires courage. You wear trauma like it's a badge, but use it as an excuse to avoid action. Yes, healing is real. Yes, struggle is real. But so is procrastination. And most of you are using pain as a blanket, not a ladder. You've been sold a lie. That comfort is self-love. That rest is the cure for everything. But too much rest rots your will. Too much mental health day with no mental discipline? That's not recovery. That's regression. Growth hurts, stretching hurts, discipline burns. But only through discomfort do you build the muscle of becoming. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And yet you sit there, stuck in fears that haven't even happened. Wasting today, fearing tomorrow. That's not mindfulness. That's mental paralysis. You think a relationship will fix you? That someone's love will give you discipline? Wrong. If you're a mess alone, you'll be a mess together. Discipline is not romantic. It's painful, repetitive, and invisible. And that's why it works. Because nobody claps for discipline. Nobody likes the person who wakes up early, eats clean, stays in, and builds something in silence. But that person wins. You need to hear this again. Nobody cares. Not the algorithm, not your ex, not your boss, not your followers, not even your friends sometimes. Nobody cares if you win or lose until you win. And when you do, they'll say you're lucky. They didn't see the 4 a.m. alarms, the breakdowns, the days you moved even when you didn't feel like it. Discipline is invisible, but its results aren't. You have time. Don't tell me you don't. The average person spends 2 hours a day watching YouTube and Netflix. That's 14 hours a week, 728 hours a year. You could build a business in that time, learn a new language, master your body, but you scroll and scroll and scroll. Not because you're tired, but because you're afraid. Afraid of failing, afraid of what it takes, afraid of becoming someone new. But let me ask you this. Are you more afraid of changing or staying exactly the same? Every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you become. When you wake up early, you cast a vote for becoming reliable. When you work out, you vote for becoming powerful. When you show up, you vote for becoming someone who doesn't give up. But when you sleep in, skip the gym, scroll endlessly, you're voting for weakness every single day. You are not born disciplined. You are not born lazy. You are built, and you are building yourself. Whether you realize it or not, pain isn't the enemy. Pain is feedback. Pain says, hey, you're not where you want to be. Pain isn't meant to paralyze. It's meant to provoke. But you keep numbing pain with food, with phones, with fantasies. And that's why you feel nothing now. Because you've silenced the very signal meant to move you. Time is undefeated. And while you're debating, overthinking, stalling, the clock keeps ticking. You will blink, and 5 years will pass. You will scroll and miss your prime. You will escape discomfort and end up a shell of what you could have been. Let me ask you something real. If you died tomorrow, what would your habits say about your legacy? Would they tell a story of discipline, courage, purpose, or laziness, comfort, and wasted potential? You know the answer. You just don't like it. But now you can choose to change it, right now. Discipline is doing the thing you hate like you love it. It's choosing hard when easy is available. It's walking into the fire on purpose. You're not supposed to enjoy discipline. You're supposed to be transformed by it. Every push-up, every cold shower, every no when your brain screams yes. That's how you rewire who you are. It's not sexy, it's sacred, and it's yours if you show up. Want to know who wins? The people who don't negotiate with their own mind. The ones who say, I don't care how I feel, I do what's necessary. Because guess what? Your feelings are liars. They lie to keep you safe, to keep you warm, to keep you average. But the people who win, they feel the same fear, the same fatigue, the same doubt. They just don't bow to it. They wake up and move anyway. They train when no one's watching. They build in silence. They act when it's hard, especially when it's hard. You don't need a miracle. You don't need another productivity app. You don't need a vision board. You need self-respect. That's what discipline is. It's not punishment. It's proof that you care about who you're becoming. Every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, your brain believes you a little less. And then one day, you stop believing yourself altogether. That's when life collapses. Not when the world stops you, but when your own words mean nothing to you. Stop looking for hacks. Stop asking, how do I stay motivated? You don't. You build systems. You commit to a standard. You define your minimums. And hit them no matter how you feel. No debates, no delays, no dopamine-fueled distractions, just action. Repeated, daily, like a machine. That's what breaks the loop. You owe yourself more than this. You owe your younger self, who once had dreams. You owe your older self, who needs you to show up today. You owe every future version of you. The one who wants to be strong, proud, powerful. Do not leave that version to die in your comfort zone. Don't be another person who had potential. Be the person who did something with it. Discipline isn't just about results. It's about identity. You need a code, a standard, a voice inside that says, this is who I am. This is what I do, no matter what. Rain or shine, fear or fatigue, noise or silence, you show up because that's the code you live by. And every time you follow that code, you become unbreakable. You've compromised long enough. You've been kind to your excuses, gentle with your fears, soft with your standards. Enough. It's time to raise the bar. Not tomorrow, not next Monday. Now you have the time, you have the power, you have the mind. You're just not using it. Here's the truth. You're not tired. You're just undisciplined. And the second you admit that, you reclaim your power. Because if laziness got you here, discipline will get you out. But only if you stop pretending. Only if you stop blaming. Only if you get up and move. So here's what I want you to do. Not tomorrow. Now turn this video off. Delete your distraction apps. Write your plan. Commit to your minimums. Move your body. Clean your space. Do that one thing you've been avoiding. Then repeat every day. This is not a motivation video. This is a command. You've wasted enough time. No more soft affirmations. No more fake healing. No more hiding behind burnout. Get up. Show up. Be the kind of person your future needs you to be. You're not tired. You're just undisciplined. And today, that ends. Let's go.